good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 333 News. I'm your news anchor, Wario, and in today's episode, we have some history to discuss, and it does involve local weather, so, yeah. Change of pace, and we're finally off of, what we've been talking about for the last week, and, honestly, thank God, because, we did say we wouldn't be covering it anymore. In any case, Southeastern New England has just seen some of the warmest nights on record the last few days, and we do have some historical data to prove that it was nearly 80 all night Friday into Saturday, and the low temperature only dips down to between 77 and 78 degrees. And of course that kind of varied based on where exactly you are, but for the most part it was pretty dang warm overnight, and that really came as a surprise, so yeah, some history in the making here, and this has definitely been one of the warmest summers on record, so yeah, there is that. And of course it's going to continue for a little while, and yeah. This historic level of heat is driving up the need for air conditioning, and certainly is not easy to deal with otherwise, and thank God we have an air conditioner, otherwise it would probably have been impossible to sleep overnight, so yeah, air conditioning is really a necessity nowadays, and is really because of things like this, it's getting really warm overnight, and hot days are on the rise, especially, because of global warming issues, so yeah, there is definitely an increased need for air conditioning as time goes on if this trend continues. We would also like to say that we will be getting back to making 3 episodes and other videos now, and we were just in need of a bit of a break this week, so we thank you for your understanding, and we'll get back to uploading, so yeah. Anyways, that's all I've got, and we're going to go ahead and take it to the meteorology studio without any further ado. Over to you, Donkey Kong. Alright, welcome to the meteorology studio. I'm Donkey Kong, the meteorologist, and today we're going to be doing some meteorology in the meteorology studio after we've had some of the warmest days and nights that we've ever seen here in New England. So, yeah, let's get started with your current conditions. Right now, it is currently mostly cloudy out there, and 82 degrees, so, pretty warm already. It's only 11 in the morning, too, so, yeah, already warming up because we are recovering from another one of those really warm nights. It wasn't as warm as that record warm night, but, still pretty warm. And relative humidity is about 75% out there, because the dew points are hovering in the lower 70s still, which they have been for the last few days. And winds are out of the southwest at around 10 miles an hour, so there's that as well. So, yeah. Now, let's get to your 7-day forecast. Yeah. So, there's your 7-day forecast, and since we're doing this in the morning, we actually have today in the mix instead of, starting with tomorrow like we usually do. So we're starting out today, Sunday. We are going to look at some storms. In fact, we're going to be looking at a pretty high chance of some storms today. High of 83 and a low of 69, so be wary of those storms. Tomorrow, Monday, we're looking at a very hot and sunny day. High of 90, low of 70, so very hot. And after tomorrow, you're going to see what happens. You're going to have a huge change in the forecast, or a huge change in the pattern, conditions, whatever you want to say. I don't know what to do, but, in general, it's just going to be a giant change, because we're going to be going from a very hot day to a very, mild day, you could say. Because on Tuesday, we're going to be looking at some spot showers, a high of only 76 and a low of 62, so the temperatures actually go way down beyond Monday, so, yeah, once we, make it through Monday, it's going to cool way down. We're going to be in a cooler pattern for the rest of the week. And also, there's going to be a lot of rain, FYI. You probably saw it already, but, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Moving on. I gotta turn around. On Wednesday, we're going to be looking at a high of 72, low of 61, and some more rain. Moderate rain there. So, yeah. Wednesday, there's going to be, more broad rain. It's going to be raining for most of the day, So there is that. And it's going to be a lot cooler as well. Probably the coolest day of the week, as far as we know. Then on Thursday, we're going to be looking at also rain, but, a bit of a lower chance of it, or at the very least lighter, so we have some light rain there. High of 74, low of 62, so still pretty cool. On Friday, we're going to be looking at, once again, moderate rain. High of 76, low of 66, so yeah, it's still going to be rainy, and the rain is going to be on and off. It's not going to be constant, so, bear in mind that it's not going to be constant rain, and even though, these icons kind of let on that, but just keep that in mind. It is not going to be constant. Okay, and then on Saturday, we're going to look at some storms, and it's also going to be high 76 and low 66, just like Friday, so the temperatures are going to be pretty much the exact same, just, there's going to be a chance of some storms, so, yeah, that's that. So, I don't really know what else there is to say, we're going to be starting out hot on Monday, and of course it's going to be pretty warm today too, and then it's going to cool way down, and there's going to be a lot of rain in the forecast. That's kind of the general overview. Anyways, this is the for your 7-day forecast, and we're going to take it back to Wario at the news desk. Back to you, Wario. Alright, thank you, Donkey Kong. So, yeah, tomorrow's going to be hot, and once again, it's going to be an air conditioner day, We've been having a lot of those days this summer. But at the same time, we've also had some cooler days in the mix as well, so it hasn't all been unbearably hot, but for the most part, we've had a lot of hot days this summer, and very warm nights as well, with dew points in the 70s and low temperatures in the 70s as well. But, we're finally going to be seeing some relief from the heat again, and it's actually not going to come on its own. It's going to come with a trade-off. It's also going to be quite rainy with that relief, so for the nicer temperatures, the cooler temperatures, it's also going to be a lot rainier and less sunny. So, yeah, it's kind of, trading something in for another thing. You have to trade in the nice conditions, the sunny and not rainy conditions for cooler temperatures, because it's going to cool down, but it's going to be rainy as well. So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, that's all we've got for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm your news anchor Wario, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Wario, out.